Entrepreneurs, owners, leaders should get angry at times because they care more than anybody else. But the question is, who's in charge of their anger? Is their anger in charge of them, or are they in charge of their anger?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
But then, Andy, out of the 500 million that we interviewed so far in this very podcast, I asked a few, okay, if you have to do all over again, what will be the thing that you will
Good question.
pay more attention, And everybody is giving me the same answer. They tell me, Harry, culture. If I knew that it's going to take me 10 times harder, 100 times harder, and it's going to take me 100 times longer, I will pay more attention to culture in the beginning. But this is something like, even for me, and we do it by accident. We do it by, because we don't know, nobody teach you this. Like, for example, now you said, become the chief culture officer. I love that term. So how you learn that, Andy? How you find out that this is actually your call or who you are? When do you took the step in your business that you said, you know what, it's time for me to let it go, and it's time for me, rather than make this business about me, is to become a leader and to empower my team and my people to produce great results for our clients. And the more I can train and cultivate that culture, the more this is what you want for you. But actually, it's the ultimate goal of should be the optimal goal for every entrepreneur out there, right? So when do you took that step? Because my one honestly was by accident. I was so tired that I don't have chance to hire people because I was 2 years angry with no time for everything. So I said, you know what? I need to give this up because this business is going to kill me. There are too many clients, too many people. I'm doing everything by myself. So my one was because I didn't have any chance. So when was your change? When do you decided to become the new Andy?
Well, I don't think it was an overnight change. I have been told since I was in primary school that I'm a gifted communicator. So I have a way with words. I'm like many of the people that you've trained over the years. I've got 5 million frequent flyer miles from flying all over the world, doing speeches and workshops.
Wow.
And so I've been speaking for 25 years, but I've also had some bad bosses early on in my career. I just had a couple of bad bosses, and you'll see behind my shoulder, I'm a person of faith, right? I start every day with prayer, and my Christian faith is important to me. And so as I'm growing as a young man in my faith, I'm seeing this model of a servant leader, Jesus, who is there to take care of his people. And then I've got a boss who's got anger management issues and flies off the handle, and I'm looking at, this is what a good leader is supposed to look like.
I'm being bullying you and tell you how to tell exactly what I tell you on the boss here and so on. And
it lit a fire in me. No bad bosses. In fact, I think that was my first phrase, no bad bosses, but the marketing experts told me that's not a website. You got to find the positive spin on it. So, my website, you've been on it, it says we turn managers into leaders. That's the registered trademark we own, because nobody should work for a boss that can't control their temper. Now, you heard me say 15 minutes ago, I think entrepreneurs, owners, leaders should get angry at times because they care more than anybody else. But the question is, who's in charge of their anger? Is their anger in charge of them, or are they in charge of their anger? And I had some bosses early on in my career that were just bad bosses. You and I have both heard this phrase, Harry, that sometimes the best lessons you learn are from the anti-mentors in your life. I had a couple of anti-mentors. When I wrote my first book, I was still working inside a company, and I had the CEO of the company say, "Why did you write a book? Nobody writes a book except for us. Who do you think you are writing a book?"
Wow.
That's
very disempowering.
That's exactly opposite what you've been talking about, Harry. The whole goal of our last 20 minutes is our goal is to free the people underneath us to be all that they can be, right? That's what a good leader does. Indeed, if you're a good leader, at times you're going to lose your people because you help them grow so much that they get recruited someplace else. That's part of the pleasure of being a good leader, is you seed yourself around other organizations. So I had
let's put it into money, Andy, so people understand, because I think that entrepreneurs running the business out there, right, making it micromanaging and going to work every day and everything. Let's put into money into perspective. Yeah, if you become a leader, right, and you turn this concept that Andy shared very powerful, turn your manager into a leader. This is the new future that is possible for you. Yeah, you can go and work in your company because you want to, not because you have to. Number one.
Yeah, exactly.
Number two, you're gonna be very happy that you have the best people in the world working for you, which is make me really, really happy. I tell to everyone, and I'm very proud to say that my team, they are all better than me at everything. And this is the truth. This is no, I can. I actually, like I said, even for this podcast, I only press a button. And if you ask me my password of Facebook or my password of my 250,000 followers, I cannot tell you, because my team deal with all this. I don't know my password.
And that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
They know it. I have to ask them, and then I can tell you. So at the end of the day, it's about having a group of people that, and again, Andy, you said some people that sometimes it's not gonna be easy. I have people that stole money from me, thousands of pounds.
I know. Same here.
You give them the key, you give them everything for the day, you trust them everything, and then they go, you go on holiday, and then you come back and the safe is empty. It happened to me, And are you frustrated yet? Are you sad because this happened?
Disappointed?
Disappointed yet? That the rest of the people need to pay for this? No. It just happened, and you keep it for yourself. And this happened a long time ago. I'm still sharing it with you. You will keep it always. You will never forget.
Yeah.
But it's in the process of building that culture, the ultimate leadership, to be there and to be. And this is true story, Andy, from our employees. I talk to them sometimes and say, "What are you doing working for me? You can make more money somewhere else." Just telling everything that you have done for me. This background, I know that you can make more money somewhere else. And you've been working with us for years, and we give you a raise, we pay you, but I know that we can get. Why are you working still around? And they only tell me, "Harry, we love to work with you." We like to work with you. We like it. They say, "We're happy with the salary. Can I get more money?" Yeah, but I'm happy with my salary. I'm happy with my thing, and we love work with you. So when it comes to money, because sometimes the people or profitability in business, right? Having this right team that actually loves to work with you for who you are, for the culture that you build. This is amazing, because you can keep the people come to work not for the money. People come to work because
people. I mean, everybody will always like a raise, right? Patrick Lencioni said in one of his recent podcasts, anybody's going to appreciate a raise, but that old truism, Harry, that you and I both know, people join organizations because of the job, they leave because of their bosses.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what we're talking about, right? Are you creating a place where they can flourish, where they can grow, where they're challenged to learn and have the opportunity? That's why people stay. I've got team members that have been with me 12 or 13 years.
Wow.
They will tell you how incompetent their owner is, but they've been here 12 and 13 years because of the very thing you're talking about, right? It's
the ability
I just want to grow. I want to get out of their way and let them tell me what to do and give them freedom to fail. And the ones I struggle with, I had a manager underneath me a number of years ago, and he and I had some real conflict over a financial stipulation. Ultimately, he had to leave the firm. I had him leave. He left saying that we owed him thousands of dollars. We didn't, Harry, but I answer to a higher power than my employee or manager. I made the decision to pay him the money that I didn't owe him. And
Wow.
I said, Nick, once you see this money come through, I'd love to have a further conversation. So, I'm not here to rip you off, but I want to talk about some of the things that came up. Hopefully you'll grow. Yeah, Harry, once he got paid, he never reached back out to me.
Absolutely.
It's just,
it's
Follow
It's
us
one
for
of-
more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.